Okay, I can't wait anymore. Hello everyone, I'm NorseScorpio, and welcome to the Call of Cthulhu, which just came out like 2 hours ago. So we're fresh off the boat for this one. It's probably not a term I should have used. It's not the correct term that I wanted here. We're fresh out of the gate is what I wanted to say. Forget the other part ever happened. What is happening up here? Before we begin, just gonna set that down before I get ahead of myself here. Gotta unmute our game audio for one. Apologies to anybody that was hoping that I would be continuing my trend after I returned with some South Park. I enjoyed it. Here's what happened. The end of that week that I finished Bring the Crunch, I had a massive migraine, so I figured I'll wait. Next week we'll start up. Then what happened was Alicia, my girlfriend, who I am living with now, as I did mention before. I don't know if I mentioned her name. She switched to a morning shift. And then she switched that's the chain of events. She switched to the morning shift. And I didn't I could have streamed those first few days of the week. I just didn't. No. That's right, she was on the morning shift already. The next week she switched to the midnight shift. So she would have been sleeping during the hours that I was set to stream. I didn't want to stream and wake her up, even if that might not have happened. I didn't want to risk it. Felt better to not risk it. Fast forward to the next week when she was on midnights. I had the thought, what about doing a midnight stream? I get home from work about 11:30. I can stream from midnight to about 2. But I just couldn't do it. Now, I am streaming at 10:30 because with the release of Call of Cthulhu, I'm back. I have the next 3 days off. We're going to do it tonight. We're going to do it tomorrow night. We're going to do it the night after that. And then I am going to do some short I'm shifting my paradigm so that way I can stream in the evenings, and by evenings I mean in the mid of night, and to go forward with that actually, so she's gonna be on steady midnights, which means that for the foreseeable future I will be able to maintain that, and to help maintain that oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. That's not gonna help maintain anything. Nope. No, there's another one in there. To help maintain this, I'm actually looking to swivel into a morning shift, which is actually going to allow me to bring back the NSFL on not Saturday itself, but Friday night into Saturday is the plan. That's not going to take effect until currently it's set to take effect the week of November 11th. It's currently the plan. If that gets delayed, I will let you know. But going forward, we are going to come back with a... So I'm going to do... Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. Or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. One of those two. Obviously, we couldn't do yesterday because this game wasn't out yet, and because I was gonna play some old, I don't know if they're old, I don't know how old they are. I was gonna play some nice horror-ish themed RPG Maker games, and I'm actually kind of sad that I didn't do that. However, I am happy to be back to do Call of Cthulhu. We got some Halloween themed beverage here. We've got Bone Shaker IPA. It's gonna be good. And today marks the first time in almost a year that Boo has meowed in the background. Now there are new cats to meow at me while I'm streaming. That's gonna be fun. Boo just likes to howl. One sec. The first time in almost a year since I tried to play a game that was being released today. And by today, I mean the day that I'm starting it. We tried Dishonored 2 last year. Remember that? It didn't go so well. Let's hope that this goes better. I'm going to stop all this waffling here. Oh, I didn't actually add the game yet. That's right, I forgot. Bam. There we go. Now, I looked at some screens to give me an idea as to whether... I could safely put myself in this corner. There we go. Okay. So we got our controller up. Hopefully I can use this, because I do prefer the controller. Goes down smooth. Not a sponsor. Although that'd be awesome. So we're going to start a new game. Chapter 1, Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him through his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. And as always, if there's any reading or anything like that, I will do my best to put on some voices, because I like to do that. Enter madness. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who is in the callousness. Oh, jeez, and crackers, that went quick. What in the hell? Well, they don't pull any punches. Now here's a question. That doesn't really do much for me, because I got a light blaring in my face. But does that maybe add to the ambiance behind me here? Nah, not really. It's up to you. Let me know in the chat if you want the light on. Oh good, the game's saved. Now, I did go through and I made some... you may feel that the textures or anything like, or some other stuff in this game look kind of dingy. I have made the effort to not overtask my computer since South Park was overriding my encoder. I've played with the settings. Hopefully this won't do it. If I notice the encoder starting to overload, we'll take a quick break. We're getting a little bit of bumpiness, but it's not too bad for my liking here. I don't know, maybe we'll bump that up a little bit. Bump that up. See, I don't really care too much for shadows, honestly. Apply. I don't know, that hasn't really done too much. Also, here's the thing. This computer is old. Oh, so I can't go through here. I have to crouch. Not so much the graphics card, that's new. But the CPU, the motherboard, everything else is old. Let me out of here! I wonder if there's something that I can grab in here to use to break it open. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. I'm sorry? So, like, I know it's there, but I can't touch it unless I have the lantern? Oh, hurricane lamp. Oh, good. The watery depths. What is this shit? The hell is... What is... The hell is these boxes? Okay. I will admit, that's a little bit silly. That it told me something was there, but I couldn't grab it until I could see it. Now, can I go back here and go through that one? Because that one had a bolt on it too. Or chain on it. Yeah. Jesus cracker barrel. Was not expecting noise. That's a harpoon. Does not bode well for me. There's the other door. Fucking winding ass hallway. Oh good, more blood and guts. Hello? This feels like I see a tentacle.
What a putrid offering.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I was gonna be company. I didn't realize I needed a gift. Is that an orca? Oh, the poor whale. That is definitely a tentacle. Sorry, Master. Master Cthulhu.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
See, that's never a good sign when you tell me how to run. What? Just seems like something bad's about to happen. You're telling me to run. Telling me how to run. Hey, I can't get to that spear. I can crouch, I can't jump. Oh, that puts the light away. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, do you see that rock up there? I thought it was a ghostly dude. Freaked me out a little bit. Also, this does not feel like running.
Everything has already been written.
Yeah, these guys don't have eyes. I don't have eyes.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Oh, man. Hello. Oh, hell. Oh, that wasn't me. Oh, no. I think I've been hitting the sauce till hard. Well, he corroborated that. Fuck me, dude. You ain't kidding. 2 whole bottles of it. What's this?
I wonder why I still take these things.
The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effects have been wearing off. What does that say? Use with caution. Use with caution. I'm worried about the music that's playing in this office. Can I turn this off? As much as I would have liked to hear that, I feel like it's gonna get the audio muted here. Hang on. What?
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I used to be an avid reader.
But now you can't even be bothered to pull the book off the shelf that you're lighting up? You see how it is.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Why have you not slept in a bed? Is it just cheaper to sleep at the apartment? Or the office? Oh.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend.
For Mr. Pierce.
The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. Maybe I should have been trying to do that in his voice.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The baron who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Shit.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
The occult. So there should be a case in here, no? The one that doesn't have a case on it? Is there anything else I can look at before I answer the phone? Have a drink. This will affect your destiny. Oh, hell. What happens if I drink again?
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Ooh. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Okay. Here's where the, oh, Jesus. Okay, so we have investigation. Investigation represents your investigating talents. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object and of picking locks. Strength represents your ability to call on your physical power. That one makes sense. Medicine, I assume, represents your medical knowledge. Okay. The medicine and occult skills can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Psychology represents your knowledge of human behavior. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. I couldn't come up with a better name than spot hidden. And eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Ah, cool. Sorry, I'm being weird right now because I am rolling up my pant legs because it's warm in this room. Nightmares.
Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is the one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies. The soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him.
Just need to pop over here and make sure that I'm still nicely in the camera. You're all right. So, my private detective agency, contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston where there's no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. The doctors prescribed me sleeping pills. There's the case. There's another case. That one's solved. That one's closed. What's the difference? I don't think there's anything else in the office that I can deal with. So I guess I better answer the phone now. Hello?
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators.
Car
on
outside.
Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Allocate your character. Well, I want to put points into psychology. And eloquence. Yep.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
No.
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors.
Uh-oh.
And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce,
Are you still with
I'm
me?
coming.
Makes more sense. I thought she was saying, Mr. Pierce, are you stupid?
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem.
Who are you?
But I must say that I
Stephen
expected
Webster.
anything but a drunkard's lair.
That must be the guy who was haunting.
You're free to
Honking?
leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
I
If
can
you come to
handle
me,
anything.
It means
Oh, I
you're
can also
desperate.
move my face.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
Well,
Sarah, my little
you are
girl,
old.
she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police
I
accuse
can't
her of
say I
killing
know
her
her work.
family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you
You
to
have a
look
fucking
carefully
painting with
at
you.
this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What's happening back there? Hey, Mika. Hey, Mika. Oh, you flopped away from me.
what am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness,
It looks
or
pretty
if, on
mad.
the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Why don't you come up?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
Come here.
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
I didn't see a file when you came in.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. Police report. Says the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. You okay? Oh, I can consult the diary. Oh. Alright.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these?
Oh, I'm like, oh god, he
elements?
didn't render in. Investigation professional.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mention Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
You're asking an awful lot about me. I'm not going to say that you're asking the wrong guy, because I don't think you are. I think you're asking the right guy. I need something to do. Where did Sarah live?
Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce.
I mean, he did
You
say,
must
please go to
uncover
Darkwater and investigate it, so... I already know this. Why is it not green?
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She
His
never would
arm
hurt a
keeps
fly.
clipping through his
She
body.
only thought she saw things.
Or just his
Saw
coat.
things.
I'm not sure what's happening.
What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My
Oh,
daughter
good.
was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Oh, you're asking so much of me. Alright.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her
How do you
honor.
keep moving
Quiet
your arms
down.
at that angle?
I'm on
you're
your
just
side.
moving it through your body and
Let's sum
just
things up.
Such an awkward
An artist
angle.
dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death,
You know, I think
Correct.
I think we want to do.
And the rumors about her supposed folly.
which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case.
That looks better.
I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Hang on,
Something's queer, but it's not like I have a choice.
Now, I will say the objectives are obscured by my face.
Darkwater.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Is it possibly the one that's already out on the chair? Oh, no. This is a medicine book.
A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. This first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment.
That means I can put medicine into my thing or my
I used to be an avid reader.
Is there something in here yet? No. Why can I even open that then? That book was not there before, was it? Why does the... Oh,
Darkwater
there it
is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Maybe it's because the whalers are still there.
Wailing away in Darkwater.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Seriously though, why? Why is there so much honking outside? Stop honking! Oh, shit biscuit. We got lots of people here now. Age 63, occupation businessman.
A wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on Darkwater. The heir of a shipowner family, he used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her works and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me."
Oops. Oh, only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, he died in the fire that claimed his whole family.
I have nothing left.
Darkwater. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small, inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs. and with only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up a supply post there in the 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think that the only adventure on this island that is still profitable is its medical institute. Intuitive and visionary artist for some overpriced imposter for others. Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. Well, then I'll be indifferent. Forgot how this works. So we got the file on Sarah Hawkins' case. We got the painting of Sarah Hawkins. We don't have enough here in order to... We just have to make sure we keep our eyes out for medical and occult books. I got a CP for leaving. Sure. So it seems like I've hit a nice happy medium here until we upgrade the old rig, which is not going to be anytime soon. Within the next year, I should slowly upgrade it, but we got a long way to go for that. Focus Home Interactive presents. A game by Cyanide Studio.
Almost there.
Is there some significance to James Fitzroy I am unfamiliar with? I mean, in complete honesty, I'm not familiar with this at all. It just looked interesting. I am a fan of the idea of the Lovecraftian abyss. One day I will get around to reading his tales. Hi, Freya. Oh, big stretch.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
He picked up that box like it was full of air.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
What are you shipping?
Why, thank
Packing
you,
peanuts?
So, what wind brought you?
Same
Does the
wind
Hawkins
that brought
case
you.
mean anything
What?
to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you.
But it's
As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood.
Is that a
Going for a look
euphemism?
around the docks.
I've come to see your pile of documents. I'm just still hung over the fact that he went, bah! Alright, I get you. Who's this at the dock? Fisherman. Okay, you really gotta watch behind you before you cast, buddy. I can't talk to you at all? Alright. Oh, okay, so that's my light, eh? Wait, can I make it brighter? No. I can make the, Oh, I can lean! This is more like Dishonored already. They see me leaning. I know, I picked the wrong song. I should have leaned back. I lean back. If you like outdated song references, you'll love this stream.
Can't you go any faster?
Oh, he's a little crab! Hi, little guy. Oh, he's so cute.
Do that?
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea.
What's he doing?
Badmouth what you don't know.
What you doing?
You'll pay for it for
You
sure.
just walking in a
Okay,
triangle.
Step back and let us do
Why
our
are you
job.
walking in a triangle, buddy?
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get us into
Completely missing what these fuckers are talking
trouble. You
about.
can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't
Really?
put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
It's bad, real bad. Don't put it back in the water, you shysters. Man,
Cops, they
Piece of
can't
wood.
understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah?
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a
so many
specialist would know what
crabs.
killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water,
oh,
you
so if
shysters.
I
You're
can
crazy.
increase my
They can't
medical,
understand.
I can
Damn
figure out what
stupid
killed
idiots.
it.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce
And
myself.
so how are you?
Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh,
If it's
no,
not
no.
very
I'm
important,
not
why
getting
can't
into
you
those
answer it?
games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
Don't
put that beast back in the water,
Oh, really?
shysters. You're crazy.
Okay, can
cops,
you
they can't
shut
understand.
up? Stop
Damn
repeating
stupid
yourself.
idiots.
Jeez.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
Well, nobody's gonna listen to you, yeah. If you keep repeating your freaking selves. Alright. Let's go on. Pretty sure I don't need to open the door. What's around here? Another door. I'm unconventional. I will only go into a room if I can open the door. Oh, I see. It would close the door. What's in here?
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat.
Oh, Captain's got a problem.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
I think we're alone now. Mr. Fitzroy, I'm ready to see your documents. Oh, this is just the shitter. Occupado! Oh, well, apparently I can't shit.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while.
No, it hasn't. But for some reason, all the numbers are still here except the ones that have clearly been erased.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Well, who did that? Are the documents back here? Ooh, there's another level. Ooh, a map! I didn't even click on that. Come on now. This second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. Can I... I need 2 more books, Captain. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, there's creepy shit going on up here. What's happening here? Who just collects clams? I'm more curious about this green flame, but okay.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
I bet it's his father. I'm gonna ask him. I found a picture in the drawer upstairs. What the fuck are you doing rummaging through my shit? Oh,
What a macabre souvenir.
good point. I'm sorry. What?
What a macabre souvenir.
What a macabre. I believe the word is macabre. Alright, Fitzroy, what have you? You got a bit of dead-eye going on.
I
That's what
brought
you
out
got.
the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you.
Oh,
But in
thank
truth,
you.
you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
You were standing here like this just to tell me that you left them on the table. Alright, fine. That's not
These
weird at all.
manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date.
What the fuck is a partial date? Not worth it. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? It's a good question. He vanished! Oh. I keep pushing pause, and I mean to be pushing select. Oh, I have 1 CP available. Happy? I don't know that I put that in there. I didn't. Validate. Wait. Oh, no. We're okay. Darkwater Port.
The entrance to the port of Darkwater. One still passes in front of the shell of the Scylla, the last whaling ship to have brought back a catch. Sailors wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers have set itself up here, and in gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and mainland. Here the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory.
The photograph of a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Alright. We're clear. Okay, Mr. Deckand. Let me close your door.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The
Why did I
hardworking
move
lives of
to
my
this
sailors,
angle?
The fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's
But did
who
you
lays
notice
down
the
law around
angle
here.
of the crabs?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Well, oh, the documents are unread. Oh, I've unlocked an answer.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why.
You don't know
I
who
don't
blacked
remember
out
having
your
countersigned
fucking
anything
manifest?
special enough for someone to hide it.
These people.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed,
The
we
dates give me an
specialized in
idea
whaling,
of
but no
when
whalers
things
went out
were
to
moved.
sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume.
What do you mean by
Although
miraculous?
These dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder?
Okay. I saw the killer whale
I'm
on
just
the
back
wharf.
from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Swear, we've been living here 2 months now. The cats still have troubles getting along. What would have killed it?
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But,
My nose is dripping.
you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that
What
was a mistake.
should they
Who
do
says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Okay. I'm gonna show him this photograph that I stole from his drawer upstairs and go, hey, this looks like you. Want to explain?
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was
Number
you,
3.
but with a wooden leg.
Come here, bud.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father.
I called it.
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla.
Oh.
His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Oh, I saw it already. I'm fine.
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Hang on. You had no problem with his rooting for your desk upstairs where you had the picture of your father, but the page out in front of every fucking other thing out in the main office, you have a problem with me looking at.
Are you being
All right,
blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Okay, so currently I can't do anything more about that anyways. Alright, well, I think I got everything from here, yeah. So
I'm
ask
looking
him about
for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
I see a man
Understood.
standing over there.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
The Hawkins, I would assume.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
This is the one problem that I have with RPGs, is you can revisit old options. I mean, it makes sense. But I got one of them memory things that don't fail. Unless I've been drinking. So we've gotten to there, we got into the port, and we got the fact that things are... What's happening here? We're going to be going into there. But first, we're going to take ourselves a wee break, and I realize now that I closed... We're going to take ourselves a wee... Sorry, I needed to make sure that my volume was still working. I closed Spotify's playlist here. Let me take a wee break. 5 minutes or so, long enough for a song. 6 minutes and 24 seconds. I gotta feed the cats, so I shall return. We're gonna do a little bit more of this tonight. And then we're gonna come back tomorrow for a really long stream, is the plan. So we're doing a shorter stream today, and the fact that it's gonna be like 2.5 hours. My hope is to break my sleep schedule for the next few days, so that way we can do like some 4 or 5 hour overnight streams. We'll see how that goes. But I'll be back in about 6 minutes. Okay, it's time to return. Now, before I head into the bar here, we're absolutely going to go in here. I'm also going to say, I would have been live a half hour earlier, except that my computer decided to have some fucking issues again. Which it does every once in a while, just because it likes to be a tremendous little prick. Oh, cutscene. Ooh. Are you declaring a problem with me, sir, or are you just spitting? Ah!
Hey, be careful.
Oh, you must be Cat.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Hold to test eloquence.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Mika, what you doing? Do you know the Hawkins warehouse? I wonder what happens if
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway.
Oh, so it's
Anything
Cat.
else?
What do you know about the Hawkins?
Could have figured that
warehouse?
one out on my own, though.
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night.
Now, what kind of noises do you mean? Because depending on the noise, might not be so bad. If it sounds like dogs barking, maybe they're breeding puppies. If it's like loud screeching, maybe they're running a sex dungeon. If there's loud screeching, maybe they're trying to summon the Dark Lord Cthulhu. I realize the last two are
Screams,
the same.
that
but,
sort of thing.
You know.
Screams.
And that's not
hey,
all.
what screams?
There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it.
My money's
But
on
I'll
sex dungeon.
say no more. Anything else?
Sex dungeon? Why stranded whale?
A stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
Makes
It
sense.
was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Well, that's...
What can you tell
apparent.
me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay. I don't know what it's worth, though.
How did he know? Did I say I was a PI? I missed that point.
But Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
Ah, I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
So... I mean, I pretty much got the best option there.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
No.
That'll be all for now.
Apparently I can't get a fucking drink. All for knocking this guy's chair. Here. Have a light on me. It warms the bones. Do you like that? Tickle your insides a little bit there. Anything to be said from you two?
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
Oh, of course he would. The shanty.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Shit, nothing happens around here. We'd given up hope the crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People are amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the sides of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch. They caught Moby Dick! There's no doubt that the immense size of the whale will be numerous blah, 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 blah. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent for June, for fishing, workshop, storage activities. Alright then. So is that the same warehouse that I'm going to be investigating?
We'll do it again, you know.
Hello? John Wilkinson? Joe Wilkinson.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering.
Holy crap, he's got
and
freaking
appear at
markings
various
written on him.
locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
That's not real. Writing. Oh, I wasn't expecting that to work. Okay. Ugh. We got 2 more people here. We got James Fitzroy, the captain. And we got Roy Mitchell, the bar owner. Ooh. Got another place. We got the stranded whale. Occult. We now have the shanty. Oh, why is this under the occult? Alright, fine. Yeah, that makes sense. It's also under clues. It's all over the place. Are you 3 done?
Do you like our song?
No.
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch.
You shouldn't talk about the dead like that.
We're not speaking ill, we're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk.
Ooh.
There! You're speaking ill, you see?
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
Wait. It might not have happened?
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
Were you
That
here to
catch
see it?
saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Wait. If this happened 80 years ago and you were about to die of hunger, are you still eating that whale? Ugh.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Well, yeah, that sounds like overfishing to me.
The biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Man, he really twists his head around.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
Now, by good hiding, does he mean they killed him, or they gave him a beating, like they tanned his hide?
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after.
I wonder what's back here.
God in this alley makes your throat dry.
Oh,
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message.
Hello, cat.
What you looking at, stranger?
She can certainly put them away. If you know what I mean. Ah!
I'm just passing by. Sorry.
Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Yeah, but...
I told you to beat it.
I want to talk to you.
I told you to beat it.
I want to talk to you.
I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
Boo. Boo. Well, I guess there's nothing else to be had in here then. So now I just have to get inside the warehouse. Ooh. Prohibition.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Well, it doesn't really suit you fine. You've been barred at the only pub in the place that I can think of. I need to go and get a Kleenex, so I'll return in a moment. I'll just leave that on. Son of a bitch. probably turn the lights off when I'm done with a room. That droning sea shanty is gonna be racing through my brain for the next day or two, isn't it? Brr, 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 brr.
You're crazy. They're cops.
Can I talk to the cop
You
again?
didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You can't
talk
understand.
to you
You're not
anymore.
sailors. It's a sign. There's something.
It's a sign, see? That's what I'm That's what I'm hearing. Is this another cop?
Where do you think you're going?
Into the warehouse?
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
Was it?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean
dangerous
by
everywhere?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly.
What
He
does
can be
that mean?
unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again? I told you to beat it.
No, you
need
didn't.
to get worked up.
No, you really didn't tell me to beat it. I'm so confused. I'm glad that I got that information. But... Alright, is there anybody over here to talk to? Can I talk to you? No, you're just another one of those weird... What the hell is this? The hell is this statue? Not creepy at all. Sir Brendan the Navigator. Occultism.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
I don't know either. Whoops. Here I thought I was gonna get a perk point in occultism, but no! Whoops. Anything? 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 Ooh. I didn't know I could pick locks.
There.
Glad nobody gives a shit. Find hidden items. The spot hidden skill allows you to detect items. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes.
Hello, old friend.
Oh no. What's that? Kat knows about the thefts from her stock of liquor. She'll soon find out who it is, and I wouldn't like to be in his
Somebody's
shoes.
stealing from the bootlegger's stock of liquor.
It wasn't me. Oh, can't get into that one. There's nothing else over here, but can I get up here? No? What's the point of having this cage here? Not quite sure. Hello, Soul Patch. That's what that is, right? Just that? It's a soul patch? No, that's the soul patch. Mr. Goatee, that's what you are. I pity the fool that bleed on myself.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Hang on,
we'll
hang on.
teach
What?
you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
Just arrived.
How
you
can I be the
fools.
one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match.
For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
Well, I came to deface that statue, but I guess someone beat me to it.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
And how do you pay for that drink?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
Well,
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
So has he been defaced for 80 years?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Well,
I've taken
found
enough
out
of
everything
your time.
We'll see you later.
So, how do we get in here? It seems I've got this place I can investigate. Can I go around that way? Yes, I can. Doesn't seem to be anything over here, but I can. I thought maybe there'd be a hidden spot or something. Can I go right up to you two and talk to you?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Why, we don't have a clear conscience.
Quiet.
Hi, beautiful people.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks.
I've come to see the
Don't die of
documents.
thirst, a lot of you. It'll stink less.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
Oh, that means it's him.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
I know. Fire. Run away from the fire. No? I mean, I can just go through here.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
So the warehouse entrance is unguarded. I don't know what that means. How do I get in here?
You're not sailors. It's a sign.
It's a sign, see? Wait, can I just provoke her?
I told you to beat it.
Nope. She is not happy with me anymore. Ah, can't go in the back door. Who are you?
You saw what happened with those sailors.
What sailors?
Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
Now, hang on. I didn't see what happened to anybody. What are you talking about?
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
How do you know I'm not a small
This
fry?
warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
So I have more questions for Captain Fitzroy. Can't go this way. Somebody's fucking parked a car in the way. What? What indecency? I've got a question mark on my screen and I'm not sure why. Oh.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
Am I gonna be putting it on something? What's that? Ratchet device.
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
Oh, it's a puzzle. I gotta solve the puzzle.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Do I want to go in there, though?
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
What's that supposed to mean? How the fuck do I get up there? Oh, there's a ladder.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
So do it. Oh, I need one more piece. What's the other piece I need? Found it.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Did I actually need the lighter up in order to find that? I mean, that's been typical so far, is that I need a light in order to find certain things, so. Still, once over here, see if there's anything else. Doesn't seem to be. There we go.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
Am I strong enough? Hope so.
Damn, I broke it.
Fuck. The hell did you do that for? Is this because I wasn't strong enough? Do I have to find another bar or something?
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid.
Hi, cat.
What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
I want to play this.
Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
I'm married?
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Is that because you need me in the groin?
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm going to have to deal with her.
Well, alright then. I was wondering if I was going to go a little bit longer or not, but I think that is actually a pretty good place to end that here. So, tomorrow, we should be going longer. That's the plan. And also, I should be starting earlier. Like I said, I was going to start earlier today, but I was having some computer problems. So, tomorrow we should be starting earlier. We should be going longer, if all works out as planned. But until then, we'll see you all later.